we need to do some investment facilitation. But according to our associations observe, actually this assumption could put one question mark, because there are a lot of difficulties recently encountered by Chinese investors, either already invested here or someone who have some interest to come to Bangladesh. So from this area, so I would like to share some points which may sound a little bit negative, but still, when we address the negative impact, we are targeting for the positive result. So that means we are looking forward a solution positively could address the problem by both government of Bangladesh and the Chinese investors. So the problem we are recently encountering, that the first one is very serious one, is power purchase tariff and the terms renegotiation. That is a huge disaster for an investor to make such decision. Because when we made such power investment, we need to consider around 20, 25 or 30 years. But when your project is already coming to the commercial operation, or almost coming to the commercial operation, you are being informed that your tariff structure are going to be changed. Your terms and conditions are going to be changed. So that is a disaster for the investor who already make investment here. So the problem is that discouragement to the new investors. So when someone heard that the one already come here are going to be renegotiated, then they will not come easily. I can say not easily. So recently, amid the shifting policy direction, several landmark power projects, including Badda 1320 megawatts coal-fired power plant, Horatio coal-fired power plant, SSI power plant with 1320 megawatts, also thermal, have recently received notice including to renegotiate the electricity tariff terms outlined in the existing PPA. So it is to highlight that abrupt renegotiation may inadvertently signal unpredictability to international investors. Past global experience show that such action can undermine long-term investor confidence, increase financing costs for future infrastructure projects, and delay energy transition goals. So this is the first barrier which we are facing seriously. The second one is delayed payment of electricity bills.
টানা সপ্তমবারের মতো বেস্ট টিস্যু পেপার ব্র্যান্ড হিসেবে স্বীকৃতি পেয়েছে বসুন্ধরা টিস্যু।
And the challenges in foreign exchange settlement. So one company, SPIC wind power project, continue to face delayed electricity bill payment. Around 1.45 million is deducted from due payment, citing the reason of delayed performance bond. Though such penalty clause seems not speculated in the PPA. SSI Power Limited Company with 1320 megawatts project experienced delayed payment. Cumulative arrays often surpass $200 million. So Bogra Power Generation Company continue to be affected by arbitrary deduction and the long-standing delays in electricity bill payments. So another problem is the convertibility between US dollar and Bangladesh taka. So it is not attainable as it was being guaranteed in the implementation agreement, resulting in financial losses to the investor, for they have to purchase US dollar through unfavorable currency conversion exposure. Sometimes they have to go to the commercial bank to buy the US dollar to servicing their debt. So the difference of such official published exchange rate and the commercially purchased exchange rate creates a lot of uncertainty for the investor. The third problem is the change in law. So as most of our participants discussed, that LOI previously award to some companies has been cancelled due to changing regulations, changing laws, changing acts, which pose discouragement to their continued investment plan in renewable energy. So this is one important thing. So another one is in the contracting business. So the prolonged decision making in award of competitive tender projects. So two international competitive tender titled the construction of 20 megawatts solar power plant and another 50 megawatt solar power plant was being floated tender on 2023 February. So after 18 months, this two project is still in the process and even not only incur additional financial expenses for the responsive Chinese bidders by extending the bidding security repeatedly, but also discouraging their participation in the upcoming projects. So regarding these matters, the Chinese embassy has recently expressed concerns to the concerned authority about actually not only the problem existing here, most important and a serious problem is that discouragement transmitted to the new coming investors. So this is a very serious problem. So today, through this platform, I would like to raise these concerns and questions to the authorities. So suggestion, actually recently we know that the government published a new policy which called the draft, but actually I think it is a direction of policy implementation that they tries to diversify the off-takers. So used to BPDB is only one off-taker. Like Indonesia, they have a PLN. Like Vietnam, they have what is the name? And in like Thailand, it is EGAT. Local participation is quite important, but the problem is that if we're losing the international participant, I don't think that is a wise idea. So sometimes we feel that the reform and the policy was drafted in a very subtle way that even the most advanced investors in the global, that Chinese investor cannot catch up with the speed of policy drafting, policy making. So that means the policy is so advanced, so sophisticated that the investor cannot even catch up with the policy. So how can they come finally to invest here? So recently in the energy and the power market, the Middle Asia country is a very eye-catching market. So we personally think that globally there are a lot of market to be invested. There are a lot of destinations to be invested. But what is the reason they choose one country or one market as an investment destination? I think everyone should have good and profound thinking about that.